Hello, hi, it's me, Elsa, again with my life story. Please subscribe and share. I'm here today to let you know about my life journey. Of course, as you guys know, I've been through a lot and I've conquered so much. I want to be able to explain you guys right now when I spoke to my cousins and what they told me. They're in Cuba. 2 weeks after the video that I posted last, we communicated and they told me that Cuba's in bad shape, that they're crying for freedom, and that they're requesting medication and vaccines for COVID and food, as well as, freedom again, like I say, food, medication, and a change for Cuba. It's very hard for us to communicate because the connection is awful. And if in Cuba, internet Wi-Fi, if you have local Wi-Fi, it's not permitted. Like it's considered a felony, first degree, and you could be arrested. So sometimes they do sneak to communicate to let us know the conditions and stuff like that. The connection is very poor. And yeah, I wanted to follow through with that when it comes to the updates on Cuba. My cousin told me that Cuba needs a complete change. It's awful there, the conditions. And it's very overwhelming for me because it's but so much I can do when I try to do so much to help my family. It gets hard, it's a lot on my plate to, for me to try to provide for a family so big with children and everything and cousins and stuff like that I love dearly, and I try as much as I can, but to see sometimes that I can't be there for them, it hurts. It really does, and it gets very hard. I wanted to also discuss to you guys, sometimes me being Cuban, African American Cuban, I sometimes feel like outcasted. Like when I say outcast is I feel like sometimes I don't feel like, I feel different. Like me in the African community, I believe sometimes people look at me as if, she's Hispanic, she's not one of us. And then sometimes I feel like, because I've been in a situation where I would speak Spanish to someone in, like, let's say a local cafeteria, and they would find the interest to speak to me in English. And it's like, hey, I'm here speaking in Spanish, if you get my drift. Like sometimes I feel as though me being mixed, I don't always fit in, because sometimes it can be offending to some, if you know what I mean. Another thing I wanted to discuss to you guys, an experience I had when it comes to my dad. Of course, you guys know my dad died September 5th, let's say 2 years ago. It's been a lot where a fake sister of mine, she's like a sister, of course. My dad raised her. She's not my biological sister, but she holds on dearly to my dad's ashes. And my dad always wanted his ashes in the ocean of Cuba. He never wanted anyone to just hold on to his ashes. And me being his biological child, I don't know nothing about the ashes, and I'm his only child. Another thing I want to move on about is, does it bother me about that situation? Yes, it does. A lot of things bother me. I did my own investigation down at the courthouse downtown Miami, and I noticed that there was a situation where I wanted to know, more about my dad's clinic or whatnot. And when I dig deeper, I found out that my dad he was never married, first of all. My dad always wanted to be married. He always wanted to have his citizenship here in the United States. He died as a resident. He never was a citizen. He was always a citizen of Cuba. I noticed that when I went to the courthouse downtown Miami, they gave me some documents stating that my dad was married, and he was never married. So there was a fraud marriage certificate with a lady named Maria something. Well, anyway, more of the story is this lady forged and did money laundering when it came to my dad. It's a lot of money laundering and a lot of lies going on around me. That's why I have trust issues when it comes to my dad and when it comes to me and my children, especially. And I noticed that when I dig deeper, I spoke to an attorney, a probate attorney, and they told me that this same lady put that, her and my dad was the part owner of the clinic. When I got done with that situation, right, part owner of the clinic, validation, part owner of the clinic, and come to find out, she put that she was divorced, that she divorced my dad. My dad was never married. Everybody was in shock when I told them that. And I was like, yep. Someone lied and said went to the courthouse and said they were married to my dad and got a divorce and took the clinic. The clinic was in his name and her name. So I wanted to, bring that up with you guys. Also, I've been taking acting and modeling classes. It's a 6 months course. I'm on my 3rd month now, so I have 3 more months to graduate. And I'm very excited. What we've been working on lately has been monologues and commercials. And and we've been doing it via Zoom. And it's a good company. It's a very good company. And, they help you a lot and try to get you to, as long as you're ambitious enough, they help you pursue your goals in life. So my goals is to publish a book and also get a book, one day get a movie published, like, a Precious, like the Precious movie. I don't know if you guys seen it. If you did, you should check it out. And Precious went through a lot. So basically, I want a movie like that, like Elsa movie, that's my vision. That's what I want. So I want to let you know that, in advance. And like I say, another thing I wanted to discuss, you guys, my grandmother passed away a couple of months ago. I say about 6 months ago. And her birthday was July 30th. I went to visit my mom because she apologized to me because we wasn't getting along at all, and she was apologizing to me because she knew she did me wrong when I went to Miami, when I went to visit, and she didn't want me staying in her house, which was a house I was born and raised in, that my grandmother adopted me in. She didn't want me in the house, so she apologized one night. It was around 3 o'clock in the morning, and she was just apologizing, and she was saying, I love you, I miss you, and I apologize. And so, I put everything to the side, and I finally went to my grandmother's birthday because she had a birthday party July 30th. At first, I spent the night to a friend of the family house. That was successful because every 5 minutes they're asking for money. I don't know what their conditions was. So I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I don't feel too comfortable. I understand we don't get along, but let's try to see if we can make it work. My son, with me and my son, my 1-year-old, was at my mom's house, which is my grandmother's house, and my grandfather's house. We were all together there at my mom's house, and I noticed my baby started crying, and it upset my mom, and that leads to arguments and me getting kicked out just because my baby was crying. And she didn't have a microwave. She had everything except a microwave, so I wanted to warm her up some oatmeal, and I couldn't even find my car keys, and I was like, Mom, can you help me out? I'm trying to find my car keys or whatnot. And Sergio was my baby was just kept crying, and it was a big argument, almost a fight. I had to call the police because me and my mom got into a big argument. She was telling me what she'll do to me, and I was telling her, at the end of the day, I'm just looking for my keys, and you're doing too much, and the threats and the comments you're making, I'm gonna have to call the police. At first, I decided not to call the police, but then when she mentioned something about what she was gonna do to me, I immediately called the police. When I called the police came. calm down the situation. I had to call Progressive to get my key out of my car, because that's actually where it was at, locked in my car. And we had when I found my keys, I got in my car and I just left. Got overwhelmed and just left. So when I left there, I was going to go home, but I said, you know what, I'm already here. So I was going to go back to Georgia. But I said, you know what, I'm already here. Let me go ahead and enjoy my grandmother's day and put the situation to the side. But either way, once I found the keys or whatever, my mom said, aren't you going to apologize if you found the keys? And I'm like, I mean, I found the keys and I apologized, but I think you were lashing out irrationally for no reason. Or whatever. And at the party, it was a gathering with a lot of loved ones and stuff, music getting played. I couldn't find my ID, still can't find my ID. It was at my mom's best friend's house. Her name is Tinka. I couldn't find my ID, but I guess I'll report it later and as soon as possible. And so I don't know the situation with my ID, but I had, they were playing. We had music there. We had food. We were all laughing and dancing. Even my mom was there. What else? My kids and friends of the family's kids was playing, and we all sang "Happy Birthday" to Grandma. And right after the party, I went home. I drove 6 hours to my home in Georgia. And, that was that. But, me and my mom can't really get along. I mean, I like to see the brighter side of things and see the good in people. But when the cycle keeps repeating itself, it's best for me to move on and, just focus on what I got going on. At the end of the day, don't try not to get distracted, because sometimes that could happen, But I will be, updating you guys with more of my life. Right now I am kind of overwhelmed right now, and I'm taking precautious steps because when it comes to my budget, I need to send my family food. I have cousins that need food and medication because her baby has a diaper rash and stuff, and she needs it. She sent me the pictures of the cream and the kind of food she likes, and was telling me a good company that you can send through that doesn't cost so much and doesn't take 3 months just for the food to get to Cuba when it's only 60 minutes away. So from Miami, so it shouldn't take that long, but unfortunately it takes that long with some agencies. So she gave me a better shipping agency that I could be able to help my family out in Cuba. But one day at a time. And like I say, I just want for Cuba to be free. I feel like sometimes that by me not having so much support on my mom's side, or me not being so close to my mom's side, I'm more closer to my dad, and I'm more closer to my dad's side. Even though, I wasn't day for day as a child growing up with them. I stay in America, of course, United States of America. But, like I say, I don't think it has anything to do with Republican or Democrats, because me personally, I was once a Republican. Then I changed to a Democrat when Obama came in the chair. And then I turned around and I went independently. So it was my choice to see who I wanted to vote for. It was my choice. But I do see hope in a better, brighter day when it comes to me being able to have my family on my side and stuff like that. And I have a cousin, sometimes we joke and we'll be like, oh, you want to watch my baby? And I'd be like, you want me to watch your baby? And we just joke around like that and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. And sometimes I miss my dad a lot. I try to keep myself busy and focused on what I need to be focused on and stuff like that. I'm not saying my dad was perfect, because another thing I wanted to mention, that when I was in the program, I don't think I mentioned that to you guys, in the program, the FINA, Florida Institute for Neurological Rehabilitation, I had a girlfriend. I did. I know I was young, but I had a girlfriend for, the time that I was in Florida Institute for Neurological Rehabilitation. So I would like to basically be upfront with what who I am. Remember I told you once upon a time I was a tomboy. So I want to tell you first and foremost, I like boys, but I do have traits of bisexual. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. And that's it. I'll be back with the rest of my life story, and I'll give you guys updates, okay? Love you, and do not forget to subscribe, because if it wasn't for you, all this wouldn't be possible. So I really appreciate you guys so much. And don't forget to share, because it boosts up the views or whatnot. And it also touches a lot of people that has experienced what I've been through that would never say anything, whether it's about domestic violence, suicide, freedom and free will or whatnot, and et cetera, et cetera. So again, I love you guys and continue to stay blessed. Take care.